All right, beautiful. Elbows down, great. We started off with a giant set for the triceps and the back arms, as they call them, beyond bars. But whatever you want to call them, it was a great, tough workout there. So what they did is they go with what I call, it's sort of like an activation exercise. So what the activation exercise is, the isometric against the pin. So this is a technique I use with a lot of powerlifters that have set world records on the bench press. What they do is they push as hard as they can against the rack for 6 seconds. So once you're to the point, you're producing maximal force, the time starts. You do that as hard as you can for 6 seconds. You want to try to break the rack. This is not like, Jason made a comment about holding it. I said, no, this is not a hold. This is a push. Break it, kill it. That's what you got to do. Okay, so you do that for 6 seconds. Then what that does is actually you're able to produce more force after that, even, because you're not that fatigued after 6 seconds. I mean, for powerlifting, we wait a little longer, but we went into the close grip bench press with the bands for 3 reps, as heavy as possible. So what that does is the bench press has an ascending strength curve, meaning you produce more force as you go up. So usually at the top, when you're trying to overload the triceps, where the triceps are really locking out, it's not even enough weight to get a maximal overload. But we put an additional 90 pounds of band resistance on there. So Jay was able to, and from what he had said previously, he's able to lift more than you thought you could, right?
Right.
And part of that reason was that activation. So that isometric contraction, the activation exercise, set him up 3 reps there, okay, as heavy as you can go. Go up to 335 plus 90 pounds band tension there. Then we followed up with like what's gonna be like an isolation pump exercise. So that was next. So you were just going 60 seconds, okay? Emphasizing 4 range of motion, good stretch. That decline gives you a little more stretch because of the angle of the bench press, or the bench there, excuse me. So what you do there is we're just going 5 second negative, explode up the concentric, and that you do that for a minute straight. So that's not a rep count, that's just doing perfect form. So we can't let it deviate there. So, that's going to be that exercise is totally strict there. Do that for 3 sets. So you get about a 5-minute break between each set. And, I've done this enough where I'm kind of eyeballing it to say what we're going to decrease each set. So for Jay, he started at 335, got that. 315, he actually needed a little bit of help. Then he was able to 275. Jason has real good muscle endurance. And I may have started him a bit light. We started him with 185, but I think he was a little surprised at how well it went up. But I think it's because of that isometric prior, gave him a little more activation. And we did that for 3 sets, okay? So that was the giant set for the triceps. So it's an activation exercise, which could be, you could do something else if you don't want to do the isometric. You could do like a ballistic close grip throw in the Smith machine or something like that, or a close grip push-up and actually get airborne to activate it. So what that's going to do is make you more efficiently recruit more powerful motor units, i.e. lift heavier weights. It's an activation exercise. That's isometric contraction, maximal effort, 6 seconds, okay? Next was a compound movement, heavy, 3 reps, okay? So in this case, it was bench press with bands to even overload that strength curve further, okay? Then followed by an isolation exercise where we're trying to really get a lot of, like a pump, time under tension, perfect form, good stretch too. Okay, so we did all 3 of those exercises together. So you're going to activation, you're going to compound, then you're going to single joint isolation for prolonged time under tension. That's the giant set we're talking about. And this is one of the most effective methods I've found to overload hypertrophy. You could do this for various body parts. So you could say, hey, we're going to do like some sort of, deadlift type of, you go like a deadlift isometric pull, like a regular deadlift, then some sort of higher rep back movement. You can do with chest, anything, legs. So this, you could play around with it and kind of develop your own giant sets using the parameters I just gave you.
All day, go!